Okay.
Hello, ሰላም ተመልከትናን ኣድመፅትናን እዚ ሳይበር ፓወር ኦፍ ትግራይ ሚድያ እዩ ቋንቋ ትግርኛ ዝመሓላለፍ መደብ ኮይኑ ብከመዓንቲ ዘለና ምድላው ብእንግሊዝኛን ብትግርኛን ተሓዋስና ክንማየጥ ኢና ንሎሚ ሒዘልኩም ቀሪበ ዘለኹ ብዛዕባ ሓደ ናይ ቢዝነስ ውዳበ ምስ ኣባላት ኣመራርሓ ሓፈሻዊ ሓበሬታ ንምርካብን ተረባሕቲ ንምዃንን ብኸመይ ክገልፁልና ኣጋይሽና ዓዲምና ኣለና እሞ ናይ ሎም ኣጋይሽና ኤደን ተካን ኢንጂነር ልበሎ ሃይለስላሴን እዮም This is Cyber Power of Tigray Media, broadcasting here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Today we have two guests, Mr. Lebelo, Engineer Lebelo, haileselase, and Mrs.eden teka, both from US. Dear guests, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, again, welcome. And before we proceed to our interview, would you please introduce yourself to our guests, our viewers? Let's start with Lebelo.
Okay. Thank you, Sisai, for the opportunity to talk about Northbridge Corporation. My name is Lebelo Haileselase. I live in Minnesota, Minneapolis, city of Minneapolis. I am one of the board directors of Northbridge Corporation, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity you gave to us to present what NBC we're doing and what the cool stuff we are. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Go ahead, Eden.
Hi, my name is Eden Tekla, and I am one of the board members and also hold the position of treasurer with NBC. So thank you for hosting us today.
Thank you. Today, our discussion is on the new investment opportunity and updates about NBC by executive directors. So, my first question would be, what does NBC stands for and what are the objectives of NBC? Let's start with Eden.
So NBC stands for Northbridge Connect. It was Northbridge Corporation. We're just in the process of changing that. And NBC was established in May of 2019 in Denver, Colorado. It is part of the Tigray Forum Communities, a branch of the Tigray Community Forum. And it's a corporation that is created to provide leadership for the growth, development, and facilitate economic power of the Tagaru in the diaspora.
Okay, Mr. Lebelo, can you go ahead, please?
Oh, sure.
The same question.
Like Eden said, this was established a couple years ago. In addition to the overall goal of the organization, which is to empower Tagaru in North America financially. This organization has also 5 strategic plans that are achievable. One of the strategic plans is to purchase 3 commercial buildings. Second one will be organize and fund the youth to engage in innovation. And we have also a strategic plan to engage in the other investment sectors. Also to have NBC listed on the Wall Street Stock Exchange. And our last strategic in 5 years will be to open our own bank in America. That is for Tagaru. Those are 5 strategic plans. They are huge, big, but achievable if we collaborate and work together.
Perfect. So, can you, Eden, can you please tell us more about the detailed history on how, when, and where this corporation establishes? And at the same time, where is the head office of the company?
So we were established in Denver, Colorado. So the board members are pretty much, we live throughout the US. Our members live throughout the US as well. So we have, like I said earlier, over 400 members, and we are looking to gain even more members and have the current members to invest more into NBC. We have a lot of plans, and we are very motivated. We're very optimistic, and we want to invest in so much more. We've bought property already in Florida, where we've already paid the down payment, and we'll be paying for that commercial property in cash. And we want to also get property in DC. We're looking at an amazing opportunity in DC, right in the middle of the city, where we can really have a stance. Our community, our Tagaro community, can really hold a stance there. So we need more members. We of course need more funds, but we have a 5, 10, 20, 30-year plan for NBC, and to just empower the Tagaro in the diaspora.
Thank you, Eden. Mr. Lebelo, if you have to say something about that, you will continue. And in addition, I need to ask you one question, which is so far as you have, as Eden states, you guys have around 400 members. That's right, yeah? So
yes.
In here, what is the criteria to be a member of the corporation?
Okay. I will start with the second question. The criteria to be a member. There's no really clear criteria, but you just have to be like Tigrawa, like who wants to change their life in the future, the life of their kids, or the generation to come. So that's really the ultimate criteria. Or if we have to make it narrow, you just have to be Tigrawa. So and have the desire to invest. So those would be the criteria. And if you invest, there are a lot of benefits in this organization. For example, our founders have a benefit of to get like 5% net profit from in the consecutive 3 years if you are a founder. So we have those 400 founders. They took the risk to invest. They trusted this organization, and they put their money, and we want to reward them. And also, they can buy share of $100 per share until the month of June. However, after June or starting June 1, the deadline is going to end. So our price of our share will be increasing because we just started buying properties. We are in the market. So if people want to take advantage of the $100 per share, they should buy shares until June 30th. So we want our brothers and sisters in America or altogether in the world to reach out to us to buy shares at $100 per share before it goes up after July 1st. So as far as the properties, NBC it's been only 2 years since it was established. We have hardworking board members. Also, we have investors who trusted us. So we've been working so hard so far. But with the situation in Tigray, a lot of people, even though they wanted to invest, they could not do it because our priority has changed. I understand that we are in a tough time, but my message is life still needs to go on. It's like when you fight with everything. So we also have to make sure we are financially strong in the future. From now, 10 years from now, our country, there will be a lot of stuff that comes to us that needs help. So if we invest our future right now, alongside the fight we are doing for our region, for our people, I think I want people to take this opportunity and to put their money into Northbridge Corporation and take advantage of the property we just bought in Florida. And there is a very nice property that we are looking in Washington, D.C. It's in a very prime area where it can create an opportunity to a lot of Tagaro in the DMV area, where they can, rent the buildings, do their business, do community services, weddings, etc. That's where we are looking into. And we're also looking at very big land in Columbus, Ohio. That is going to cost about 1.5 million. So one of our strategic plan was to purchase a commercial building. So we've already achieved that. We are like in the process of achieving. At least we got one, and we're about to get two. However, we need the capital to, if you don't have money, then even though there are so many jobs that you can do, that we need capital. That's why we are calling into Tagaro to invest, also into founders to pledge money to pay. We are asking them to complete their pledge as soon as possible, at least by June 30, so we can have enough capital to compete on those two properties Eden and myself mentioned.
Perfect. Now, if someone wants to be a member, what would be your contacts? How did they reach you? What email, your email or address? Can you tell us, one of you, Eden?
Yeah, sure. And we can also share that information, so maybe we can put it in the chat. But you can go to our website. There is a registration form on our website. And once you complete the registration form, we will get your information. And once you complete that registration form, we also have information where you can deposit the initial registration fee, along with the amount of investment that you would give, which is a minimum of $1,000. So our registration fee is $100 and a minimum investment of $1,000. So it'll be a total of $1,100. And that's if you take advantage before June 30th. Effective July 1st, that may go up. So the board will decide what that increase will be, but we're using the month of June to promote as much as we can, so we can gain as many members as we can. So members can also have the benefit of being a founder and also register at the low fee of $100. But there is a registration form. There is a number that you can call as well that we will share. So that information can be included.
So what is the email or the website that you have? Can you tell us?
Yeah, the website is northbridgeo.com.
Okay. And your email?
And I can help with the email.
Sure.
So the email would be nbcusa@gmail.com. So NBC as in Northbridge Connect USA and CAN @gmail.com. Also, if people want to get NBCUSA CAN @gmail.com.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, just NBCUSA. I just want to write it here for the people. NBCUSA.
Yes, we also shared it. Yeah, I also shared it on the chat. So NBCUSA CAN @gmail.com. Also, we can. Also, in addition to that, we can actually provide two numbers. We have a PR team, Mr. Iska, a very hardworking, nice person from Los Angeles, and I can provide his number as well. So the number for him to call is 3238282727. Again, 3238282727. That's Mr. Iska's phone number, our PR. We can also provide Dr. Grumai's phone number. He's our chair of the NBC Connect, Northbridge Connect, sorry. And his number would be 720-629-2630. 720-629-2630. Anybody who is interested in investing on Northbridge Connect or knowing more about the company, they can reach out through this email or those two phone numbers. We can always help. We are happy to help everyone who have questions or concerns about this organization.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lebelo and Eden. The next question would be, in general, what are the biggest challenges facing on business, if any, with NBC? How do you cope or deal with it? Mr. Lebelo, go ahead.
Oh, well, so with the challenge, obviously there's one challenge for everybody. It was COVID. This organization, unfortunately, was created in the time of the world crisis. So that was a challenge for us. We've been looking in the market, what properties we need to buy, but the market was uncertain, so we needed to wait a little bit to understand how the prices are going or what kind of property will be available in the market. So COVID itself created a dilemma on us. We were unsure what the economy will be. So that was a very big challenge. But there's another challenge also for Tagaro right now. Tigray is in a war, which is devastating for everybody, for our families, for our friends, and that itself is a challenge because almost 100% of our investors are from Tigray. They are like Tigray heritage. So those investors or those people who want to invest, now their mind is somewhere, which is appropriate. That itself is also another challenge. A third challenge, which is a combination of those two, was we wanted to be in the market, but there was no capital. There was not enough capital to be in the market. And in the other hand, our investors, especially our founders, wants to see something happen. As an investor, you want to see your money moving, your capital moving. And so even for us to ask for more funding, we needed to show something to our investors that we are actually doing something appropriate, so that they will be more motivated and so that they can invest more money. So those were the challenge. I think the two challenge, COVID is, we're getting vaccines, now we seem to have control of it and the market is opening up. So we see a better future. And getting more investors, I think we've done our part. We are in the market, we are buying properties. Then our investors also needs to do their part, which is to invest more. I think it's time to trust this organization because we are doing very actual work that we can, prove to people. We aim to get 10% of return in 2021. 10% is a big deal with the situation that we are in. With Tigray situation, like I said earlier, we have to have a balance. We have to live our life as well. We have to fight for our people, but at the same time, we also have to taking care of stuff in here, be financially strong because we need that in the future. So I think what the challenges were, in my opinion.
Okay, Eden, go ahead if you want to say something about it. And in addition to that, there is a question from viewers. It says, is this worldwide or it is only in the US? So for example, as Canadian, can I be a member of NBC? So go ahead, Eden. Mute your...
Yes. So yes, NBC is for all of North America. So you can definitely be an investor in Canada, from Canada as well. And just to add to the investment information, I did add it to the chat, Mr. Sisai, if you see that, how to invest. We have a Wells Fargo account. We have a Chase Bank account, and that information is there. We also have Zelle, where investors can invest through Zelle as well. But yeah, just to add to what Lebelo said, we were pushed back or held back a little bit once the war broke out. We used to meet weekly, but as all Tagaro, we had to have, we stopped because we had to focus on other things. So that was one of the challenges. And then to pick back up with such heavy hearts was also one of our challenges, is to just focus on the investment. And we had, again, 400 members that invested. So just keeping that in mind. But, just to add to Lebelo again, we do have to move forward. and Tagaro in the diaspora being financially empowered will only help our Tagaro family and friends in Tigray as well. So once we are financially empowered, we will then be able to financially empower them. So it's all connected. Our hearts are in the same place. And we are, struggling. We're all dying a little every day inside. But during that time, we have to think about how we can remain financially empowered and through NBC and investing with each other, believing in each other, and also kind of transferring or including that back home as well.
Okay, thank you. Again, I need a short answer, please. Mr. Lebelo or Eden, there is another question again from the viewers. How about Australia? Is it worldwide or just you have mentioned North America? So is it worldwide or just North America?
Okay, so I guess we have to go back a little bit to the history. So NBC, it used to be Northbridge Corporation. So the structure of corporation means they allow people outside North America, like anybody can invest from Ethiopia, Australia, who might not have citizenship or the right papers. So NBC was corporation first in mind. We were thinking to be inclusive everywhere. Now NBC is changed to Northbridge Connect. It's now an LLC, not a corporation. It's just for tax purposes. So meaning those people overseas cannot be an investors at the moment.
Okay, perfect. That's a good question. Thank you. To proceed for the next question, does your organization NBC have any partnership or collaboration with other companies? If not, do you have plan to work with other similar businesses? Eden?
No, not at the moment. We do not have any partnerships with any other companies. We are independent.
Okay, so do you have any plan to join with other companies, business companies, collaboration, or at this?
We don't know what the future holds. I would say, but right now we are an independent LLC. I don't know, Lebelo, did you want to add to that?
Sure. So earlier I was trying to mention our 5-year plan strategic, plans. So as a strategy, we to organize and fund youth to engagement in innovation, also engage in other investment sectors. So we are a business. We are making investments. So wherever we see is important, they can make us money. The door is not closed. For example, just to give you a little bit, I'm glad you asked that question actually, because we have a team. It's called Innovation and Startup. We have a team of that who actually just brainstorm and explore ideas, then be creative and start a new product or whatever it is. So we have that team. So before the war broke out, this team actually made a trip to Makala. We created a connection with Makala Institute of Technology, MIT, to they were back home. There are a lot of smart kids, talent kids who doesn't have that financial power, but who have ideas. So we made that connection before the war, and we were working with the university in Makala. So what that it tells you, in the future, there will be some connection with Tigray schools or universities, expertise in North and with Northbridge Connect to create, a new product or new technology. So that door is open. It's part of our strategy, of 5-year strategy. So my message then, since we're talking about innovation and startup, we need talents. Right now we need team of experts, especially in the information technology, in software development. We are trying to recruit talents or professionals who have ideas to join our innovation and startup team, so that we can even make NBC more stronger and get that experience, get that knowledge, and also invest it back home in Tigray when things become too normal. So please, if there's somebody out there, an expert or person who have ideas in software development, information technology, med devices, anything. That any idea is big idea for us. So please reach out to us. We can work together.
Okay, thank you very much. My last question would be same thing here from the viewers. There are couple questions. How does the share distribute? And is there any plan for NBC to be on the stock market?
I can give Edu the opportunity.
One of you, please.
Yes, that's a really good question. So NBC was formed and founded for long-term investors. So for investors that are looking into the future. So not someone that is looking for a return on their investment in 6 months or in a year. Someone that's looking years ahead. So how the distribution works is, if you are a founder, meaning that you invest and register before June 30th, along with those 400 members that we already have, you will get 5% of 100% profit. So let's say we profit this year or next year. From those profits, as a founder, you will be able to split from that top 5%. Then the 95% will also then be distributed. After that 5% is distributed, the 95% will be distributed to all members, including the founders.
Thank you very much. So if you have any message that is not mentioned, I'll give you a couple minutes for both of you.
Yeah, I think the second question you asked, if there is plan for NBC to be listed in the world. Yeah, that's our actually fourth strategic plan that we want to achieve in the next 5 years. But however, there is one minor correction I would like to do of what Edu said as far as the 5% benefit. So if anybody registered before June, those people who are going to join now up to June, they're not going to get that because they cannot be the founders. The deadline for founders was closed long time ago. So now whoever joins before the deadline for founders, which is 3 months back till June 10, those are not going to be founders. However, they can get the share $100 per share, which is going to increase in July. So the advantage is for them to get it at a lower price, but they cannot be founders. But here we have to take one note. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. Even with founders, the benefit is not, how do you say it, like exaggerated, or it's not huge. It's only 5% for the first 3 years when we make like profits. It's not even indefinite. So, so being a founder, we appreciate those who joined as founders. They take the risk, they motivate us, they encourage us. But it should not discourage other people to join now because they cannot be founders. The margin of difference between a founder and not founder is not huge as far as financial goes. But for history, obviously, when I see this organization grow, be one of those big organizations in America, I'll be proud of Tigrawa who became a founder from the start. So,
okay, I hope our viewers have a clear overview of the business corporation, and thank you so much for being here on the show with us today. Thank you, Eden, and thank you, Lolo.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you. See you guys.